of exhausted that has nothing to do with sleep. It is the exhausted you feel when your mind won't stop racing at 1 a.m. When your chest feels tight for no reason you can point to. When you are smiling in conversations, but somewhere underneath, it is you are just barely holding it together. If that is where you are right now, this video isn't going to tell you to just pray more and leave you there. I am going to walk you through 5 specific practical steps backed by scripture but built for real life that actually bring peace back into a life that feels like it's falling apart. Stay to the end, because step 4 is the one most people skip, and it's actually the one that matters most. Let's be honest about what life falling apart actually feels like. It's not about always one big dramatic event. Sometimes it's just everything feeling heavier than it should, the job that drains you, the relationship that's quietly cracking, the bank account that never quite recovers, the grief you haven't fully processed, the version of your life you thought you would have by now, and the gap between that and where you actually are. In the middle of all that, peace can feel like a luxury other people have access to, not you. Peace was never meant to depend on circumstances being fixed first. Philippians 4:7 calls it the peace that surpasses all understanding. Meaning, it doesn't make a logical sense given what's actually happening in your life. That's the whole point of it. Most of us are trying to find peace by first solving the problem, and we feel peace once the job situation is resolved, once the relationship is fixed, once I have enough saved. But that's backwards from how peace actually works. Jesus told his disciples in John 16:33 that in the world they will have trouble, not if, but when, and in the same breath told them to take heart. Peace was never promised as the absence of trouble. It was promised as something that exists along it. That's not a throwaway line. That changes what you are actually looking for. Here is exactly how you build peace back into a life that feels like it's falling apart. Step 4 is the one almost everyone skip. Don't skip it. Step 1, interrupt the spiral with 1 through 10. Anxiety runs on speculation. What if this happens? What if this happens? Break it by naming 1 thing that is actually true right now. In this exact moment, not future, not past. This trains your mind out of the spiral and back into the present, where peace actually lives. Step 2, bring the specific thing to God. God, help me, is honest but hard to pray into consistently. Get specific. God, I'm scared about this bill. God, I don't know what to do about it. Diagnosis. Philippians 4:6 says, in every situation by prayer and petition, present your request to God. The specific is the part of the instruction, not afterthought. Step 3, let your body catch up to your prayer. Peace isn't only spiritual, it's physical too. Slow, deliberate breathing while you pray isn't unscriptural, it's steward of the body God gave you. A racing body will keep telling your mind there is danger even after you have prayed. Give it a minute to catch up. Step 4, that what you are feeding your mind. You cannot doom scroll for 2 hours and then wonder why your prayer isn't working. Philippians 4 verse 8 is specific. Think what is true, noble, right, pure, lovely. That's not a suggestion to be naive about hard things. It's a directive about what you dwell on in between dealing with them. What you feed your mind either reinforces the chaos or reinforces the peace. Step 5, let peace be a practice, not a one-time fix. You will not pray once and be permanently unbothered. Peace is more like a muscle than a switch. It is built through repetition, especially in hard seasons. Expect to have to return to this step again tomorrow. That's how it actually works for every person who never built real peace. I will tell you honestly, there was a stretch of months where I prayed for peace, and every single day, and I still woke up anxious. What actually shifted? It wasn't one dramatic breakthrough. It was step 4. I noticed I was reaching for my phone the second I wake up, scrolling through everyone else's highlight reel and everything wrong with the world before I would ever gotten out of the bed. I was flooding my mind with chaos before it would giving it a single truth, nothing to hold onto. I changed one habit, no phone for the first 20 minutes. Just quiet, just naming what was true. And peace didn't arrive like a lightning bolt. It arrived like weather changing. Slowly, then suddenly, you look up and realize you feel different than you did a month ago. If life feels like it is falling apart for you right now, you don't need to fix everything today to find peace today. Those are two different things. And I think a lot of us have been waiting for the first before we let ourselves have the second. Before you close this video, try this. Name 1 through 10 right now out loud. Then say, God, I am bringing this to you specifically. And then the actual thing that is weighing you. That's it. That's where peace starts.